What's up, guys? One of the best fighter gold laners right now is Minsitthar, but our mage already lost trust immediately. And players like that are really funny because they're actually the ones who become a burden in-game. Minsitthar is strong in the gold lane because of his skill set, and heroes with dash abilities suffer a lot against him because of his ultimate. Before Obsidia, we had Minsitthar, whose ultimate prevents enemies within its range from dashing. Obsidia's effect is single target, but it will chase the enemy no matter where they go. But overall, Minsithar's ultimate is much better. He also has a first skill that hooks targets toward him, basically a better and easier version of Franco's hook. That's why even if he's up against a marksman in lane, he can handle it because once you hook the marksman, they lose their range advantage. His second skill also deals strong damage and lets him push very fast. And his passive is a huge thing. It heals Minsitthar and stuns the target when it reaches max stacks. That passive can turn the tables in crucial moments. What I like about his ultimate is that it doesn't only stop dash or blink skills. It can also stop charge skills like Masha's and Martis's ultimates, and even ultimates that have mini dashes like the ult of Hayabusa and Atlas. I'm not 100% sure about it, but as far as I know, that's true. With perfect usage, it can be overpowered. The one downside is it has a long cooldown, and his weakness is heroes with high movement speed because they can easily get out of his ultimate. There are also skills that can still be used even if they look like a dash, like Lapu's ultimate and enhanced basic attacks that literally look like a dash, like Alucard and probably Hilda too. But most of Hilda's skills can't be used. Lilia was so dumb she didn't even use her ultimate here. Those are the types of players who are loud in the game but can't actually play. If you noticed, I built Sky Piercer on him here. I just thought it would be good for him because sometimes I feel like my damage isn't enough, and the enemy ends up with just a bit of HP left but still manages to escape. I also don't have anything to chase them with since Minsitthar has no chasing skill and he's really slow. That's why Sky Piercer is a big help, but only if you can build up stacks. If not, then it's a wasted item. I use the Marksman emblem for the attack speed boost with Warcry for extra damage, so it's easier to kill enemies, and it's easy to trigger anyway. Although in this game, I tried Weakness Finder. It slows the target's movement speed and attack speed for 1 second, so it becomes easier to hit them with your second skill if ever. But if you ask me, I prefer Warcry more because of what happened in this game. This is what I'm telling you. Minsitthar has no problem facing marksmen in the gold lane because of his first skill. Even if he's up against a fighter, he can still handle it easily since it's much easier to hit them with his second skill. That's why he really fits the fighter gold lane role. As long as the hero has damage to turrets, I'll approve. Because at the end of the day, you only win by pushing turrets. And if you're a solo player using a hero with no turret damage, it's really hard. Especially if your teammates don't know how to push. It would be depressing. In this game, my 3 feeder teammates were trash-talking each other. They were blaming one another, even though all of them were playing like idiots. The ones who are useless in the game are always the loudest. Am I right? I snowballed in the gold lane, but this enemy Yujin-kun also snowballed thanks to my teammates. I was only level 9 while he was already level 11, even though I had 6 kills. Good thing I'm able to kill him there. Look at how terrible this Arlott is. He even used Flicker just to avoid hitting Valir, and instead of maximizing his unlimited dash, he only wanted to double dash. I hooked first, and the animation was already visible. And it's obvious he has no idea what he's doing based on the direction of his ult and his Flicker. You have the guts to use Arlott, but that's how you play? Just use Layla, bro. That's much easier to use. And I know that's the only type of hero you can actually play. Look closely at this Arlott. He's dashing toward the enemy even without his passive. I know you can do that to surprise enemies, But in this situation, what the heck? And it even looks like he wants to swing Yuzhong out of my ultimate. And these guys are even louder. They're better at trash talking than actually playing. The toxic traits of players in this game are really something. It's funny, but it's even more frustrating when they're your teammates. If you're having a bad game, just stay quiet, because not only are you useless, you still have the nerve to talk. Two of my enemies are dead here, and I even went for the enemy marksman first. I thought Yuzhong would be busy fighting my teammates, but he came back and I ended up dying too. Our Arlott is really solid at playing. It would have been so satisfying if he were on the enemy team. And he just keeps chatting about random things, he can't stop. Although to be fair, you all three are useless. It's just that being the loudest while also being the most useless is crazy. You're questioning his score, but your score is even worse. Do you even have any shame left in you? I died here, and there was really no way for me to escape. But let's see what my teammates would do in this situation. Oh yeah, one down. Kimmy actually had Flicker, but didn't use it right away. She used it at the most perfect time, and she ended up dying. Oh yeah, Johnson also died. He didn't even go back when he had so little HP earlier and still wanted to engage. He already got me killed earlier, and now he does that. And of course, Arlott won't give up. He used his ultimate for what? Natalia? Only Gusion is left. Wait for your ultimate, bro, before you engage. I know its cooldown is short. The enemies aren't turret locking, so it will be ready. You'll die if you engage without your ultimate. Now let's see who is the most useless. But anyways, let's move on from that. Losing is part of the game. It's kind of frustrating to lose because of your teammates, but it is what it is. It's a team game, so you really need teammates. It's a game where sometimes you win, and most of the time you lose. So Weakness Finder is not the best for Minsitthar, which is why I just went back to Warcry. It's a sure win with this setup. I've got no problem with the range disadvantage as long as my first skill hits. And the advantage you get from that is huge. That's why Beatrix is in trouble here. But help arrived. I managed to sustain and even forced Kalia to use her ultimate, but I was able to recall safely and didn't die there. I didn't build Skypiercer here, and I also tried using Dominance Ice on him to make it harder to burst him down, and somehow still be able to cast my ultimate to turn the tables if the enemy tried to burst me. His second skill is good when the enemy's movement speed isn't too high, because it's like a long-range basic attack, but it only goes in one direction. 3 of my teammates are going to die here, and it's getting bad because the Lord is about to be respawned. Hilda is at the top clearing waves, so she's far away. If only Hilda was here. The outcome might have been different, because my 4 teammates would have died instead of 3. This is the best moment in this game. I'm just waiting for my ultimate, but this Lunox went to the bush where I was resting.